Hey, Fiona.
I applaud.
You drinking milk? What's
that? No, that's cum.
No one was expecting that response.
Not even a little bit.
No one was expecting
Such a why? She just had it like ready
without even thinking about it.
It almost didn't register correctly. I was like,
I gotta say,
no, she did say cum. I was wondering recently because whenever Dan comes, we just accumulate like Jack Daniels.
Like he accumulates pounds.
He
Like,
likes
he
Jack
Daniels? Yeah, so
I get it.
I've thought this whole time that he's been buying booze like at a liquor store and just leaving it at my house because he has his own cupboard. We discovered that he's been storing stuff in one of my kitchen cabinets.
Full of candles that he drinks out of.
Yeah, and I was like, why do you keep buying Jack Daniels? He's like, I'm not buying it. I'm just taking it from the lounge in Heathrow. I'm like, that's for you to pour it. You know what I'm saying? You keep buying like Heathrow lounge bottles in my cupboard. I'm like, stop stealing the alcohol from Heathrow Airport.
We found this guy in Texas hoarding. That's amazing.
That's not normal.
So wait, he takes it and what? Puts it in his carry-on?
He puts it in his backpack. Like a pro klepto.
That's
what he's it's not stealing because it's free anyway. But it is stealing.
Does he think it's stealing the glass? Does he go through duty free and he goes, I'll take that and I'll take this and I'll take that?
He just does it
I don't go to all-you-can-eat buffets with a suitcase.
Yeah,
it's free anyway.
I think the way he gets away with it is because he's so normally like just taking it as if it's just a normal thing, so no one's suspecting him.
I assume he takes it with such confidence. He's
and he literally, and no one questions it. Yeah, that's.
They're like, sir,
No.
Is I found myself almost crying laughing at a tweet the other day in bed.
That is not funny.
That is not funny. It's not a funny tweet. It was from like ESPN or something, and they were like, hey, the founder of ESPN, like throughout the first pitch at a baseball game, his name's like Bill Osengossin or some like long name or whatever. And they were like, you know, hey, the founder, Bill, whoever, like threw out like this first pitch, and here's the video of it and everything like that. And I was just laughing because in the tweet, they didn't put his name, they put his Twitter handle, which is Bill_ESPN. So it just said, ESPN founder, Bill ESPN, throughout the first pitch. And I just started laughing. So this is a shitty Achievement Hunter joke. That's all it was.
That's super on brand.
I was just in bed laughing at a tweet at like 1 a.m.
I want to know a lot of things from all of you guys. Like, a lot of the times I think about it, I'm like, how were they in their dating age? Like, how were they?
I just didn't have a dating age.
Was there like a, what do you mean? Oh, you were just with Kat the entire
I just bypassed the whole process.
How does that feel?
Huh?
Sort of like...
That's annoying.
Okay.
I missed the whole thing.
Oh.
You know?
Time.
I've thought about it. There ain't time.
What's the most action you've ever gotten from another dude?
It's gotta be you.
Your dick hit me in the forehead.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I forgot that.
To be fair, he kind of caused it.
I mean, there was that time during Tommy Boy when you tried to fuck me.
We talked about this. And
I love here's the thing, you guys said this, and I was like, I need to know more, and it just was dead silent.
Well, I mean, here's what can happen, right? You have two parts now. You can have
it.
the Geoff version, or you can have the reality-based version that
I don't know
You
what
could have
two
both
versions
right now.
could happen with the fact that you were just trying to fuck Geoff. I don't know what.
He got really drunk and honest, and I was flattered, and it was really sweet.
Aww.
And then what's the Gav version?
Well, I just don't want to ruin our friendship.
My version, very simple, easy, sort of very quick joke, never thought about it again. We were in a very loud room. We were basically watching Tommy Boy at a party, right? There was there were so many people
He's
around.
already telling it wrong.
There were so many people like behind us talking, chatting. Suddenly, I don't know, everyone went outside to have a cigarette or something. Everyone left the house.
They went to the other house.
Yeah, at the same time, suddenly it was just silent. It was us on the couch watching Tommy Boy. So I just lean over and be like, so we should probably bang now, right? As in, like, we're alone. Geoff, I think, got very nervous and thought that I actually wanted some.
I've known Gavin for most of his life. I've known him since he was 14. And what are you, like 30, 31?
Yeah.
So I've known him for that long. That amount of years. More than half of his life.
Put him out of his misery.
And I'd like to think I know Gavin better than just about anybody in his life. Maybe not as much as his live-in girlfriend.
I would agree that you do.
Living girlfriend.
And I said live-in girlfriend.
Oh, sorry.
So,
Living, not the dead one.
Yeah.
So
she's
clarification.
definitely real,
Yeah, not the one in the
totally
ground.
alive.
trust me when I say that I know when Gavin Free is being honest.
So you really.
But I know when he's late. There was a build up to it. There was a little bit of nerves.
Yeah.
He was
Like, I need to take
real
my shot.
cuddly with me
A little
beforehand.
tongue came out.
It was like it
little-
was.
a little-
I could see him working up to say something.
Yeah.
It wasn't an off the cuff joke.
Yeah.
And I was really sweet, and I don't want to let him down. I don't want to fuck up our friendship. I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Listen.
I feel like I believe Geoff.
Yeah,
Oh, come on.
Listen,
You
there's,
believe that?
there's two
this
sides
is
to
a
every
sweet
story, right? There's
Love
two
is
sides.
complicated.
There's Gavin's take, and then there's the truth.
Okay.
And so it's
then
it's fine, and it's fine.
Hey,
Okay, it's fine.
No one's
We're
judging
here.
you. We're here. We're talking. We're chatting. No, I wanted to know like what you guys were like, how you guys were just like dating around,
Like no one's
what was-
single and ready to mingle right
Yeah,
now.
like that's funny to me.
No, I wonder.
I want to know.
I always wonder what the dating scene would have been like. Constantly, I'll be out, whatever, and I'll like see someone that I think is very attractive. And I'm like, I wonder if if I had the opportunity, if I could like get anywhere with that.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a lot of confidence. I think you do very well.
Yeah, but I don't know. I have no idea. You know, I got this fucking barbell on my finger weighing me down.
God.
She's probably watching right now. She's
I was
working
gonna
from home,
say,
so it's probably on right now.
absolutely is watching you right now.
Matt.
Well,
Yeah. Well, I want to know about Matt.
What about me?
about Matt, yeah.
You're dating
I mean, I've dated plenty of women.
plenty.
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 What's plenty?
What is plenty?
Which we're not judging you on a
We're not
number,
judging
but
you.
I'm
I just
curious
wanna
what
know.
Matt defines as plenty. What is plenty
like-
of women?
Upwards of 20 at this point.
Upwards
Well,
of 20
you
at
can't
this
count.
point.
You can't
well,
count
it's
Club
South
Penguin.
Carolina. You know.
Club Penguin. Club
Keep
Penguin's
counting
out.
Club Penguin.
It's Neopets or nothing,
Jeez.
first of all. But,
His
No, it's Nerf or
webkin's
nothing.
but
account.
no.
Are you including family members?
I was wondering how to formulate the joke. I was like, I couldn't find the right structure, but that was it.
Fiona,
That was it.
Okay, 19.
That reminds me of that episode of Kenny vs. Spenny, where like Kenny goes upstairs and he takes up. Any of you see that?
I know the show. I
Like
know
he
the
took
episode.
like the competition was to like emit within a 48-hour period like the biggest fart, and they had a way to measure it, and it would like measure that it was an actual like fart. It was like either
decibels?
decibels, or like it would measure the air pressure or something. And he was taking a bike pump up his butt and like just ripping him like that. I wonder if that's what this Paul Flart guy is doing. What's wrong, Fiona?
I don't know what's funny about farts.
The noise.
Fucking gross.
It's the noise.
It's not great. It's disgusting.
Look, when you diagnose and figure out, break down everything, everything's disgusting. Don't think too much about it. Just listen to it and be like,
Fiona. Fiona.
The look she just
There's literally 4 mics on you, and you do something like that.
You're ripping denim.
Where's the music
Is that
coming
playing
from?
music in the background?
What's funny about it? Look at him. He's laughing his ass off. He just
so
farted
talented.
twice. It's the funniest thing any of us have ever seen. Farts are funny.
I just like the sad, like the concerned
the
face
music
you're giving
actually
Jeff.
what got me. That came from the same place as before.
It's contaminated my
Everyone,
dregs.
make sure you sing for no longer than 4 seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
The sound
4 seconds. He's got a timer up.
What are we singing?
Whatever
you want,
the
whatever you
goddamn you want, but do not let it go past 4 seconds.
Okay.
Right, the timer. Ready?
Yep. Count us down to it.
All right, 3, 2, 1. And none of that has to be cut.
Yeah.
Was it cut?
Everybody in the office is now interested in that game because Jeremy and I,
Fiona,
come on,
Jesus
you can't interrupt
Christ.
people like that. Anyway, before like Jeremy and I used to play that.
All right, listen.
look
There's
on
a
your
I know
face.
you don't
There's
think
a
farts are
fine
funny,
line.
but there's that funniness about the little that comes at the end. I love that.
But Jeremy and I used to play.
Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Be kind to each other. Yeah.
And
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good
one.
weekend.
Hey, I'm Jeff. This is off topic. This is gonna be a tough one to do today. Hopefully that's obvious to you guys. That's okay. I wanted to talk to you a little bit. I know some of you hate when I have my Geoff Talks, but you're going to have to indulge me for a few minutes. I will do my best to make it quickly. I was of three minds on what to do about today's off topic. And I spoke at length with Trevor and Lewis last night until probably 2 a.m. And so I'll just run through the options with you because I want you to understand the thought process. Obviously, Rooster Teeth laid off about 50 people yesterday. You've read the statement from Matt. A fair amount of you have done your armchair CEOing. That's obviously devastating and one of the darkest days in the history of our company. And I hope it's one of the darkest days going forward. So here's the dilemma. Ideally, we would start off topic today and move forward like nothing ever happened. The job is to entertain you people, and we love to do that, and we love you, and we want to entertain you. But at best, I think that not addressing this is foolish, and at worst, it's tone deaf and disrespectful, and I don't want to do that. The other option is to try to craft some sort of a response to make it make sense to you guys. Matt already gave the response. I encourage any of you who haven't read it to read it. It's very honest and transparent and painful. The problem with crafting some sort of a response is while most of you have been incredibly supportive and kind and sweet, and I thank you, and I will thank you for the rest of my life for the way you've handled this difficult situation for the people that still work here, and unfortunately the people who no longer do. This has been, I think it goes without saying, an incredibly tumultuous and painful 24 hours for us, and most of you have been so gracious and kind, and I thank you. But there's another portion, a much smaller portion, that y'all motherfuckers just want to watch Rome burn. And you've been decrying the end of Rooster Teeth since 2004. You know, people started saying that our days were numbered when we created the Strangerhood and it wasn't a hit. Our sophomore release was a failure. When we created RT Comics, somehow that meant the end of the company. When we did away with mod points and the emotomy, that was it. People were leaving in droves. Rooster Teeth was over. And if you don't know what those things are, you haven't been around as long as you think you have. We have dealt with these crises since almost day one. And for those people, the people that just want to see us fail, there's nothing I can say that's going to make sense to you or that will be enough. You will pick apart my words, my intentions, my syntax, my inflection, and there's not a lot I can do about that. And so I can't assuage you. There's nothing I can do about it. So some crafted response doesn't work either. And then for all of you armchair CEOs out there who know exactly what business decisions we should and shouldn't make and would have done things differently, I get it. It's fine. I harbor no ill will towards you. And I say with sincerity and without malice or sarcasm, I hope you move forward in your lives and you find something you're as passionate about as I am about Rooster Teeth. And I hope you create your own Rooster Teeth in whatever medium it is, whatever industry. And I hope you find success. And I hope you take those instincts and you make that thing successful and you make the right decisions. And when you're faced with adversity and when you're faced with difficult moments, I hope you make the right decisions. You have my support. You really do. The other option was to cancel the podcast, and that's what I was closest to doing today. Because I don't feel particularly joyous, and I know whoever that joins me, if they ever show up, won't feel that way either. But that's also kind of like hiding and sticking our tail between our legs, and that's not who we are either. And at a minimum, there are those of you who choose to support us as first members, and I sincerely thank you for sticking through this with us. As long as you continue to do, and if you no longer support us as a first member, that's cool too. Thank you for the support that you gave us when you did. I genuinely mean that. But those of you that are still here and those of you that are in the chat right now and that are driving on your way to work or at your lunch break and you're listening to this or you're watching this, you paid for a show and you paid for access to that show early and you paid for it at 2:30 Central Time today, and you're going to get it because that's fair. But ultimately, I reached this decision to do this podcast and to have this brief conversation with you as I was driving to work today, because I thought that there's about 50 people, 50 talented, hardworking people who woke up this morning and probably wanted nothing more than to go to work and to do their jobs. And for those people who no longer have that option, it'd be fucking disrespectful for me not to come in and do my job. And so this is off topic, and I'm Geoff Ramsey, and I hope that there are some other people to do this with because I'm running out of stuff to talk about.